Who or what was the Egyptian Pharaoh Akhenaten? Deciphering his DNA proves and provides answers. Well, when you look at him, he looks almost as if he's got Asian characteristics, the slanted eyes and the flat features of the face. So what does this article say? Akhenaten was a pharaoh in the 18th dynasty, the father of the famous Tutankhamun. His contemporaries called Pharaoh the ruler of heretics. The ancient Egyptians tried to erase his legacy from history, so very little is known about him. But what we know about him makes us wonder who or what he really was. We could start with his appearance. Unlike all previous pharaohs who were portrayed in excellent physical shape, Akhenaten preferred to be portrayed as he was. It must be admitted that his appearance is surprisingly strange. Almond-shaped eyes, a small abdomen, thin limbs, and an elongated skull. Akhenaten turned Egypt upside down, creating the greatest act of heresy the Egyptians had ever known. He proclaimed that the Egyptians no longer believed in a pantheon of several gods, but worshipped only one god. In this regard, there is an assumption that Akhenaten and the biblical Abraham may have been the same person. However, Akhenaten did not really believe in monotheism, belief in one God. He was absolutely convinced that other gods exist, but decided that all worship and prayers would be given to one God, the sun god. Everything about this pharaoh was different, right down to his DNA. Stuart Fleshman, assistant professor of comparative genomics at Cairo University, and his team recently published the result of a 7-year study. They mapped the genomes of 9 ancient Egyptian pharaohs. 8 samples were completely normal, and the 9th, taken from grave KV55, where Akhenaten is supposedly buried, was quite unusual. Fleischmann and his team subjected the precious sample of ancient DNA to a process called, in molecular biology, the polymeric chain reaction, PCR test. We all know what PCR test is. Now, the technique is often used to reproduce and amplify a single copy of a piece of DNA, giving researchers a clear picture of the genetic fingerprint. The source of the DNA sample was a small piece of brain tissue and a piece of bone tissue. As a result, the CXPAC5 gene was isolated, which is responsible for the growth of the cerebral cortex. It appears that this increased activity in Akhenaten's genome suggests he had a greater cranial capacity due to the need to accommodate a larger cortex. But what mutation caused the growth of the human brain? The skull is enlarged only by 2 processes: extreme aging and extreme genetic mutation. So Akhenaten should not have lived to be 45 years old. Archaeological evidence refutes this. In addition, electron microscopes have found signs of a nucleon scar, which is a sure manifestation of the healing of the DNA helix after exposure to strong mutagens. The results of the analysis of bone tissue taken from Akhenaten's skull showed that the bones of the skull are much denser and fundamentally different from other mummies of the same age and period. Moreover, Akhenaten's skull and skeleton is twice as dense and durable as that of modern humans. Twice as dense and durable. So, who or what was Akhenaten really? A hybrid of an alien, a mutant, the biblical Abraham, or a creation from another planet? Maybe he owned the strange medallion with images of aliens. Science cannot yet fit its genome into the general picture of antiquity. So he's still a mystery, isn't he? Because he was not a Homo sapien. So this is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.